When we talk about personality and confidence, most people start by asking, how do I present myself to others? But I want you to pause for a moment and ask yourself a deeper question. How do I present myself to me? Because before the world meets you, you meet yourself. And that first meeting happens every single morning. You see, the beginning of the day is not just the start of the clock. It's the start of your mindset. And your mindset is the architect of your personality. If you begin your day unconsciously, rushing from one thing to another, letting your phone screen decide your mood before your feet have even touched the floor, you've already given away your power. But if you start with intention, you claim that power before the world has a chance to shape it for you. Confidence is not built in front of a crowd. It is built in the quiet moments no one sees. And the morning is the most sacred of those moments. It is the one time of the day when you have a blank canvas, untouched by the noise of the world. What you choose to paint on it will color the rest of your hours. So let me ask you, when you open your eyes, what is the very first thought you feed yourself? Is it a complaint? Is it worry? Or is it gratitude? The mind is like a fertile field in those first few minutes after waking up. Whatever seed you plant will grow strong roots throughout the day. If you plant doubt, you will walk with uncertainty. If you plant gratitude, you will walk with grace. And if you plant confidence, you will walk with purpose. That's why I believe in a confidence ritual. And no, it doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. It's not about drinking some magical tea or following a 10-step program. It's about consciously choosing a few simple actions that tell your brain, I am ready, I am capable, I am enough. These actions can be as personal as you are. For some, it may be standing in front of a mirror, shoulders back, chin slightly up, looking themselves in the eye and saying, I deserve to be here. For others, it may be sitting quietly, eyes closed, visualizing the person they want to be, not someday, but today. Psychologists tell us that our brain doesn't fully distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is real. So if you imagine yourself walking into a room with confidence, greeting people with warmth, speaking with clarity, your brain begins to believe it. And once your brain believes it, your body follows. This is not just motivation, it's neuroscience. There's also something profoundly grounding about using the body to influence the mind. If you've ever noticed how slouching makes you feel smaller or how standing tall makes you feel stronger, you've experienced this connection. In your morning ritual, use your body as an ally. Stretch your arms wide as if you're embracing the day. Breathe deeply as if you're breathing in possibility. Walk a few steps with deliberate strength, even if you're just going to the kitchen to get water. You are telling yourself, through movement, this is how I carry myself today. But here's the truth. A morning ritual is not about perfection. It's about presence. Some mornings, you'll wake up feeling low. Some mornings, you'll wake up with yesterday's failures whispering in your ear. That's when the ritual matters the most. Because confidence is not the absence of doubt, it's the decision to move forward despite it. Your ritual is your reminder that no matter how heavy yesterday felt, today is a new chance to rise. And let me say this, starting your day with a confidence ritual is not selfish. It is necessary. When you fill yourself with courage and self-respect in the morning, you are better able to give kindness, strength, and inspiration to others throughout the day. A person who begins from a place of inner stability can face challenges without crumbling and lift others without collapsing. We often underestimate the cumulative effect of small daily choices. Do something empowering for yourself each morning for 30 days, and you'll notice your conversations shifting, your posture changing, your energy becoming magnetic. People will start saying, there's something different about you. And the truth will be, nothing outside changed, you changed. You started meeting yourself each morning as someone worth believing in. So tomorrow when you wake up, don't just roll out of bed, rise into the day. Look yourself in the mirror and see not just a reflection, but a reminder here stands someone who is learning, growing, and showing up. Breathe in deeply. Speak to yourself kindly and walk forward with the quiet courage of someone who knows they have already won the first battle of the day. The one with their own doubt because personality is what the world sees, but confidence is what you feel when you're alone. And how you begin your day decides which one will lead. Start with intention. Start with presence. Start with you. We often talk about confidence as if it is something you either have or don't have. as if some people are born with it and others are destined to live without it. But the truth is, confidence is not a gift, it is a result. And one of the most powerful ways to build that result is by feeding your mind with knowledge every single day. Think about it. When do you feel the most unsure of yourself? It's usually when you're in a situation you don't fully understand, when you lack the tools or information to navigate it. And when do you feel the most assured? It's when you've prepared, when you know what you're talking about. When you've equipped yourself with facts, perspectives, and insights. Knowledge doesn't just open doors, it removes the fear of knocking on them. Every day, the world is quietly shaping itself in ways we often miss: new technologies, new ideas, new ways of thinking. If we are not actively learning, we are passively falling behind. And when you fall behind in understanding, you start shrinking in presence. Your personality begins to dim, not because you have lost your charm, but because you have lost your confidence in contributing meaningfully to conversations. I often say, your personality is like a garden, and knowledge is the water. Without regular watering, even the most beautiful garden begins to fade. You can have natural charisma, but if you stop growing intellectually, you will eventually feel empty, even if others still see you as impressive. True confidence is sustained by substance, the kind that comes from curiosity, from reading, from asking questions, or from listening to voices that challenge your thinking. And here's the thing. Knowledge is not just about formal education. Yes, degrees and certifications can be valuable, but the learning I'm talking about is the kind you choose for yourself. It's the 20 minutes you dedicate each day to reading a book, watching a documentary, exploring a new topic online, or having a meaningful conversation with someone whose life experience is completely different from yours. It's the daily choice to be a student of life, even long after you've left the classroom. When you commit to learning something new every day, your mind becomes sharper and your presence becomes richer. People will notice that your conversations are more engaging, your ideas more thoughtful, your perspectives more balanced. And here's the quiet magic. When you know more, you listen better. You're not afraid of being wrong, because you understand that being wrong is simply a step toward knowing more. That openness makes you magnetic. Some people think expanding their knowledge daily is a huge commitment, as if they need hours every day to study. But growth can be built in small, deliberate doses. Read 5 pages of a book, learn one new word, listen to a short podcast. Even a few minutes of learning, repeated consistently, creates a compound effect. Over weeks, you will start connecting ideas, seeing patterns, and speaking with a clarity you didn't have before. And let me tell you, this kind of growth is deeply empowering, because no one can take it away from you. Situations can change, jobs can be lost, appearances can fade off, but the knowledge you carry inside you travels with you through every season of life. It becomes part of your personality, part of the way you carry yourself, part of the way you influence the world around you. There's also a humility that comes with expanding your knowledge, and that humility is beautiful. The more you learn, the more you realize how much there is you don't know. And instead of feeling small, you feel inspired. You begin to see yourself not as someone who must prove they know everything, but as someone who is excited to keep discovering. That is a quiet, graceful kind of confidence, the kind that doesn't shout but still gets heard. Every day offers you the chance to become a little wiser than you were yesterday. The question is, do you take that chance, or do you let it slip away because you are too busy? Remember, we all have the same 24 hours. The difference between the person who speaks with authority and the one who remains silent in the corner is often how they chose to use those hours. So, I invite you to make learning part of your daily rhythm, as natural as eating, as essential as breathing. Feed your mind with stories, with history, with science, with philosophy, with art, with the lived experiences of people across the world. Let your mind wander into unfamiliar territory, because it's often there that you find the missing pieces of yourself. In the end, personality and confidence are not built overnight. They are built day by day, choice by choice. Every time you learn something new, you add another layer to who you are. You become someone who can walk into a room and contribute, not just with charm, but with depth, and depth is what makes confidence last. So tomorrow, learn something, not for a test, not for a certificate, not for anyone else's approval, but for you. Because the most attractive person in any room is the one who is always becoming more than they were yesterday. We are given a fresh canvas, a chance to show up as a slightly better version of ourselves than we were yesterday. And how we use that chance shapes both our personality and our confidence. Improving these qualities is not about pretending to be someone you're not, but about uncovering and refining the best of who you already are. The first step begins the moment you wake up. How you start your day sets the tone for how you carry yourself. Begin with a simple morning ritual, a few moments of gratitude, deep breathing, or affirmations in front of the mirror to remind yourself that you are capable, deserving, and ready to face the day. This early decision to meet yourself with kindness and assurance creates a psychological foundation that lasts long after the morning has passed. But personality and confidence are not built on self-talk alone. They are reflected in how we connect with others. Make the practice of active listening a daily habit. When you truly hear people, maintain eye contact, and respond thoughtfully, you not only earn respect, but also feel a natural boost in your own self-worth. It's in these moments of genuine connection that confidence becomes effortless, because it is no longer about proving yourself, but about being fully present. Alongside listening, pay attention to the silent language you speak through your body, your posture, gestures, and facial expressions. Stand tall, keep your shoulders open, and move with intention. These physical cues tell both your brain and those around you that you belong in the space you occupy. And remember, a confident presence without substance is like a beautifully wrapped box with nothing inside. Dedicate time each day to expand your knowledge. Read a few pages, learn a new word, explore a different perspective. Because the more informed you are, the more secure you feel in your voice. Knowledge quietly transforms the way you enter conversations, not with arrogance, but with the calm assurance of someone who has something valuable to share. Growth also demands discomfort. Each day, challenge yourself to take one small step outside your comfort zone, whether it's speaking up in a meeting, introducing yourself to someone new, or trying something unfamiliar. These small acts of courage accumulate over time, building a resilience that makes fear seem less threatening. And perhaps most importantly, cultivate gratitude and positive self-talk, not in a way that ignores challenges, but in a way that reframes them. Instead of dwelling on shortcomings, acknowledge your progress, celebrate your strengths, and treat failures as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Over time, these daily choices shape not just how the world sees you, but how you see yourself. Personality is not something you are born with and then carry unchanged. It is a living, evolving expression of your thoughts, habits, and values. Confidence is not a loud declaration of your worth, but a quiet, steady belief in it, and both are built through the small, intentional actions you take every single day. So when you think about improving your personality and confidence, don't wait for the right moment or a big life change. Start now with the hours you already have. Speak kindly to yourself, listen deeply to others, walk with purpose, learn something new, try something bold, and be grateful for the chance to grow. Do these things daily, and you won't have to chase confidence or personality. They will naturally grow within you, becoming part of who you are and how you leave your mark on the world.